Jeff Bezos, new $78 million Beverly Hills estate. Inside the billionaire's 2025 lifestyle and tech investment portfolio. Listen closely. This isn't just a story about a billionaire buying a house. It's a story about transformation, power, and mystery. About a man stepping out of the ordinary and into something far more calculated, far more deliberate, and far more powerful than most of us can imagine. For decades, Jeff Bezos was known as the founder of Amazon, the website that began in a garage and grew into the backbone of the digital world. The man who became, at one point, the richest person on the planet, a tech genius, a space enthusiast, a billionaire who spoke softly but built loudly. He was a figure defined by intellect, ambition, and an almost robotic precision. Between 2019 and 2023, however, things began to shift. Amazon was entering a new era, one that required different leadership. Blue Origin, his space venture, was quietly expanding its reach, aiming higher than most people could even imagine. His divorce, public and messy, brought his personal life into focus in a way it had never been before. The world saw him not just as a businessman, but as a man with layers, with secrets, and with ambitions that stretched far beyond simple wealth. During these years, he kept homes that reflected the old version of his life: a mansion in Medina, Washington, a penthouse in New York City, an elegant property in Kalorama, D.C. Comfortable, impressive, private, yet none of these places truly marked a new chapter. None of them were symbols of transformation. They were homes for the billionaire who built a company, not for the man preparing to shape influence on an entirely different scale. Then came a moment that changed everything. In 2023, Jeff Bezos purchased a $78 million estate in Beverly Hills. The decision stunned the world. Questions immediately followed. Why now? Why here? What could a man who already owns almost everything see in a house at this price? And perhaps more importantly, what was he planning? Curious to find out all the answers? Stick with us until the end. There are some captivating insights and surprises waiting just for you. Don't miss out on the journey. Beverly Hills is not just a place, it's a statement, a global symbol of wealth, influence, and presence. For Bezos, it wasn't simply about moving to a new neighborhood. It was about stepping into a new role, about placing himself in a world where status is power and where proximity to other powerful people signals more than wealth. It signals belonging to an elite echelon of influence. At his side during this transformation is Lauren Sanchez. She is more than a partner. She is a guide, a catalyst, and a bridge into a world that blends luxury, influence, and style. Her influence touches everything, from his fashion choices to the social circles he now frequents. Suddenly, Jeff Bezos was no longer the reserved, suit-and-tie tech founder. He became a man who knew how to command presence. Sharp clothes, confident posture, a new kind of energy that blended authority with charisma. Lauren's role in his life isn't subtle. She shapes the way he moves through the world, the way he hosts, the way he is seen, the way his name resonates in private and public circles. Together, they present a new version of power, one that is soft, subtle, and almost invisible. It is not about loud declarations. It is about presence, about influence that flows quietly but decisively, touching industries, culture, and even politics. Stepping into the Beverly Hills mansion is like entering another universe. 13,600 square feet of polished perfection. Indoor and outdoor spaces flowing seamlessly together, designed not just for living, but for presence. Rooms meant for art, for conversations, for quiet strategy. Lounges made for hosting figures who shape industries and culture. Security systems are so sophisticated, they are almost invisible. Spaces that protect, but also signal. And the location itself matters. The neighbors are not ordinary people. They are celebrities, influencers, figures whose very presence adds prestige to the street. In this neighborhood, living side by side with Hollywood royalty and business icons isn't just coincidence. It's a statement. It tells the world quietly but firmly that Jeff Bezos belongs to a rarefied realm, a world where influence flows as naturally as wealth. None confirmed, yet all believable, given the precision of his life. And then there are whispers. stories that only circulate in quiet, elite circles. Private meetings with world leaders, closed-door discussions about technology, climate, or global economics. Rooms where ideas are shared before the world even knows the questions exist. Whether true or exaggerated, these stories shape the perception of Bezos as a figure who operates in a rarefied space where very little is accidental. Alongside these precautions, he has been carefully rebranding himself. Physically, he looks sharper, stronger, more present. Fashion choices are precise. Every appearance, yet all of this leads to one haunting question. What is Jeff Bezos really building? Because when you look closely, his life isn't just about homes, yachts, or jets. It is about creating hubs of power. Blue Origin is not just a space company. His investments in artificial intelligence, data infrastructure, and climate initiatives suggest he is laying foundations that could shape the future in ways few can see. Could the Beverly Hills estate be more than a mansion? Could it be a command center, a strategic hub, a place where ideas and influence converge? We do not know for certain, but the precision, secrecy, and scale of his life suggests that this is more than chance. Sometimes the absence of answers speaks louder than any confirmation could. What he has gained is clear: control, legacy, influence. The ability to shape not just his life, but perceptions, culture, and perhaps even the trajectory of industries. The mansion becomes more than a home. It becomes a throne, a symbol of sovereignty, a marker that he has stepped into a world where wealth alone is not enough, where presence, mystery, and strategy define true power. Others are beginning to notice. Other billionaires are following similar paths. Private estates evolving into strategic bases, homes that are not just for living, but for thinking, planning, and influencing. Musk imagines compounds. Gates designs ultra-secure residences. Tech billionaires everywhere are quietly transforming their properties into instruments of influence. Bezos didn't start the trend, but he is defining it. And yet, he returns to the public eye only on his own terms. He steps forward not to announce, but to influence. Carefully staged appearances on yachts, curated interviews, philanthropy highlighted in a way that shapes narrative and perception. He gives the world just enough to notice, just enough to wonder, never enough to fully understand. This selective visibility is not coincidence. It is a tactic, and a highly effective one. Now, Jeff Bezos lives in a space between myth and man. The mansion in Beverly Hills is not just a property, it is a physical representation of transformation. The builder of the cloud now inhabits a kingdom on earth, a domain designed not merely for living, but for influence, privacy, and dominance. This is not about money, it is about presence. It is about shaping a version of reality that only a few will ever fully see. And for the world, this raises bigger questions. Are we entering an era where the ultra-rich build private power bases? Where influence is wielded not in offices, parliaments, or public stages, but in private estates? Where privacy becomes a tool, strategy becomes architecture, and wealth becomes a quiet but absolute form of sovereignty? Bezos's Beverly Hills mansion may be just one house, but it may also be a signal, a glimpse into the future of power. A time when homes become symbols of influence, and billionaires do more than spend money. They shape culture, technology, and perhaps the very structure of global decision-making. So we end with a question that lingers. Is this where power is heading? Away from governments, away from corporations, away from the public eye, toward private, fortified spaces ruled by the world's wealthiest and most calculated individuals? Only time will tell. But if history is any guide, the quiet halls of Bezos's mansion already hold answers. In this new era, Jeff Bezos is not just a billionaire. He is a myth in the making. A man who once built the cloud now builds kingdoms on earth. A man who understands that true power is quiet, deliberate, and almost invisible. And in his hands, the $78 million estate is more than a home. It is a throne, a fortress, and a symbol of what it means to command influence in the modern world. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.